begin by we have been told there was a group of people. This group of people were building a tower, and you have different type of individuals who have different interpretations, and it's like the stories change. So they say that these are some that say that we spoke one language until we rebelled, and we had to be confused. Simple fact that these people were building a tower. And how many towers do we have now in the world? We have the Trump Tower. That hasn't been destroyed. Well, the Twin Towers were, but... So, I've been trying to analyze, and because we have always been taught that thinking outside the box is dangerous when it comes to things of the Bible. How many of you can agree with me that those are the kinds of tactics that these so-called preachers use to get you not to think or not to study or not to question, because it's just the way it is. I got to thinking. Thinking is dangerous. But also I got to actually begin to start being honest with myself. I started noticing how easily I can say, "Oh Lord, I love you. Oh Father." You feel a feeling and you're an emotional roller coaster. You go through life in ups and downs, and you think about Job. You think that, it's basically the story of a fallen angel who still has, access to come back. And not only that, but it's like he goes before the Holy of Holies, and it's like ding dong. And you got San Pedro, right, at the pearly gates, and he like, "Who is it?" Through the intercom. Heaven, they got technology like we wouldn't imagine up in this place, right? So all of a sudden, he activates the camera, and then he sees the devil. So, all of a sudden, you can't come in. You were thrown down. What are you doing up here? I got something to tell him. It's just, I'm picturing this, right? So, you hear these stories in these pulpits, and I was thinking, does that make any sense? Okay, well, let's keep on with the analogy. And trust me, this is just an ability to express. In no way may he is beautiful. I'm talking about the real creator, not the one that they have been teaching us. He's gorgeous, he's beautiful, he's not confusion, he's order. But they all have given him a bad name. And my job right now is to tell you something that I've been thinking and thinking. You people that go to churches, get out of those churches. I'm seriously, there is no words I'm going to be able to use at this point to explain to you why just get away from these so-called churches. You and we all have our theories and our belief systems. You want to know how many different denominations of Christianity there is, or you're just are you the type that says, or you hear say in the pulpit where you go, they are the way, the only way, and all you gotta do is say this little magical prayer and everything's okay. Or you're in the other type where they will lay hands on you and they say, well, it is written that you will lay hands on. This is the way, those who believe, because they will lay hands on the sick and they shall recover, and they will cast out demons. How many people are in the hospitals right now? For real. How many people are sick right now because of the poison that they're selling us? McDonald's, the chips. How many commercials do you see on television of a medication that, when it first came out, you think, okay, I'll take it. And then later on, did you take this medication? Call us. We can get you rich. Bitch. After you're damaged, right? So. But there is a better way. If we think, if we question, if we analyze the results, what has all the governments of the world done to the world but destroyed it, right? And in that group, who is it? The religious people. Don't they have all these unity, and now it's the Buddhists with the Christians and the Jews, and the Hindus and the Sikhs, and the UN, and you hear it all the time, maybe not on television, but it's like little by little, and you have to question, because I think about, okay, so there's people that have a theory that, when Moshiach comes, the Messiah comes, that, he's going to bring complete peace, right? And he will. But then you have that other theory, right? That they say that there's going to be an Antichrist that is going to come. And that Antichrist, that the Jews are waiting for, the Christians think that the Messiah that the Jews are waiting for. And why is this important? Because it doesn't make sense. Bear with me. It will, though. So the Christians teach that the Messiah that the Jews are waiting for is the Antichrist, right? And that he's gonna rebuild the third temple, and then he's gonna sit in some throne, and he's gonna claim that he's the Antichrist, and that's how people are gonna know. He's gonna impose the mark of the beast and whatever. Okay. So it's like, I think whenever I want to fix a car, or like lately I've been having problems with my tablet, right? I don't know how a tablet works. I'm really stupid when it comes to stuff like that. I only went up to 9th grade. But I remember how these religious people would make me open my mouth so that I can basically give them pleasure when I was a child, and how because of too much work, my parents weren't properly taking care of me, and I remember, and I think right now, why would my mom let that man take me to his house? It doesn't make sense. And lately, I've been telling my mom about that, and she gets really angry. But to this day, she has never said, "I'm sorry, my son." She gets mad at me, like it's my fault. It's like, what the fuck? But now, I just feel sorry for people that are unable to. Maybe she does feel really bad, and she just keeping it to herself. But it's like right now. And I'm sure, like, I'm not the only person. Just imagine how many of your children are being abused and don't even say anything because I didn't say nothing. I guess I liked it. I can't explain to you. But let me tell you one thing. When you're a child, you're a child. Nobody should be doing this to children. I remember the cold nights waiting for an older man to pick me up, to take me to their house, to molest me, and to give me some money so I can go and get high on drugs. And I remember thinking how much I was told that if I was homosexual, bisexual, that I was going to go to hell. And all my life I've told myself, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be. And I feel like if that wouldn't have happened to me, I would have never experimented with that lifestyle. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's people that are straight, right? They don't like dick in their ass, and they don't like to suck dick, And I know that when I was 5 years old, I didn't like it either, but I guess the way it was done to me, it was like I felt somebody was loving me, and I accepted it. And I didn't know that the part where the penis was supposed to be inserted into my asshole, that was wrong, So I'm learning to forgive myself, forgive my parents, even to forgive all the child molesters. I'm learning that hate will never heal hate. War will never bring peace. What is money that has such a hold on society? Why do we want to keep people so busy, slaving to pay rent? Kings of the world, there is one king one day you will face. Trump, you're gonna face him someday too. All the presidents, all the leaders of this world, one day, mark my words, you will be in the presence of a real king. And that day, I sure hope you people start getting yourselves together, because just like the queen or the kings of this world have so much respect of the people that they govern, or that they reign over. Just imagine the King of Kings. How? And nobody says nothing in this world about, the kings having so much money, and really they don't do nothing for the world. Instead, what do they do? I watch a program on television. It's called Hoarders. There's no need to be a hoarder, because soon, hear me kings, hear me presidents, you guys are not going to have the power that you have had all these years. And everything's going to be taken away from each and every one of you. I want to tell the parents to value your children. A lot of the things that happen in our lives is because we forget the instructions of the Most High. And I believe the Torah, the word of Hashem, the word of the Most High, the Creator. Whether you want to debate, because you have so many people always, I see on YouTube, what if God is actually the devil, or what if Jesus is actually the devil? And it's the most attacked book. They don't talk shit about the Bhagavad Gita. They talk shit about the Quran. Yeah, well they do, because they say that the Quran. Yeah, well, basically you got Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, and supposedly they come from the same God, right? I believe the Torah, which was the instruction that if we were to live by, it's plain to see. Somehow it got tainted to where now they have expelled, it so seems, the Most High from the picture. And we want to reach the heavens, and they build a space station. You could research it. It's called Asgardia. You could become a citizen of this space nation. When we have kids in Africa who have worms in their stomach and who are hungry, who are in the hands of you people who chose to use certain nations like lab rats, and you know exactly what I mean. We are not lab rats. And for that, you leaders are going to, you guys will pay for all you did to the world. You raped it. You have destroyed it. And all you want to tell us is blame it on the devil. Right? Okay. You should be ashamed of yourself, people. We should be ashamed of the way we live our lives. The rich are getting so much richer. Where is the democracy that you speak of? United States, Mexico, Israel, all you nations. Why does it have to take guns? Where are your intelligent people of your society, of your world? physicists, they can't even fix the problem in a little country where little kids are starving? Kings with millions and millions of dollars? Trump? You mean to tell me that you actually believe that you can actually change this world? And leave the one who created everything out of the picture? Or are you thinking maybe you're gonna get up there and get him off his throne and put yourself there? That's what you all did. You Pope. You made yourself a god. Dalai Lama? You're not that Zen. Agoris, sadhus, imams. You're all indifferent. And indifference is not a good thing. Nobody wants to speak against what is going on in our society because those who have power don't want that around, so they say it's not politically correct. And your judicial systems, you abuse, and you let that go. My people, Mexican people in this country still can't get no papers. But the Japanese, they did. Oh, it was because of Hiroshima. You think the Japanese forgot what you guys did to them? Or the Vietnamese, Palestinians? You created enemies for yourself, America. A lot of them. Think about war. Lately, I've been thinking about that a lot. What if it was to come to our borders? And I mean it with that out. I love this country, even though I got deported. I'm back in this country because I'm going through a political refugee case. I really needed some. I wish I can. But you know what? Since nobody wants to really help me, all I have right now is him. And to him I have cried. Because I noticed that if he did it for Moses, he can do it for me. If he did it for Elijah, he could do it for me. All I want in life is just simple life. I don't need too much. I would be happy with a little piece of land, 1 acre, a dog. My parents are 72, they're still working. You know how many people I've seen in this country, the United States of America, just because their back hurts? They're getting money from the government, man. Come on. You want to call Mexicans bad people, Trump? You think that's just? I kind of like you, Trump. There's some stuff that you say that is true. But about my people, you know what? And about the mark of the beast and all that, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. You know, you guys have lied and lied. All of you, Jesuits, the rabbis. Trump, I heard you like steak a lot, huh? Well, chew on this one. No matter whether you believe in that there is a just, holy creator that one day you will face, not only you, Trump, I too, all of you leaders. What if? Okay, let's say you're not a believer, right? Or you question it, or but what if it's true? How foolish can we be, huh? To think that this whole world, I mean, this, look at it. Some say it's flat, others say it's round. And then you got the debate, and here we go. We got the knowledge. That's bullshit. All this knowledge you guys talk about is bullshit. You guys are all about control. You guys are all about enslaving people instead of helping people. You're beginning to change. But you are, in these last days, required to actually tell the people the truth, in which you will do it, because I know you will, and I know who I'm speaking to. That way people will have a chance to make a very intelligent decision to either believe or not believe in the most holy one. Alright? Or they can keep their religions and their dogmas and this bunch of bullshit you guys teach. You know what would be cool? If these people that have so much faith in God, like Trinity Broadcasting Network, they preach the gospel in all the world. All these churches that have that little pass that the government gave them where they don't have to pay taxes, and it's like, maybe that's what's keeping them from speaking out and really being the... If we want to believe, right, that Elijah existed and that he actually killed a gang of prophets of Baal, I believe that. Just think about the one who's coming. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, he's coming, and he's gonna come, and there will be peace in this world. But what if the Christians decide, because they think that this person is actually the Antichrist, what if they decide to fight against him? Because that's what they believe. They really believe that. I've seen debates on YouTube where you get Christian scholars debating rabbis. Trust me, the Christians have not won. And to get back to the point I was trying to make earlier, when you want to fix a car, you take it to a mechanic. Now, you got other videos on YouTube of saying that, these Jews are not really Jews, that they're like, because they're white or whatever, Since when? Since when has a person with blue eyes and blonde hair been superior to a person that looks like me? Since when? What is the only thing that these people have done to the world? And I'm just saying this to prove a point. When they came to my country, Mexico, right, they were boning the Indians, they were convert or die to Christianity. He loves you. Bam! They wouldn't convert, they would get killed. Christianity, right, did that. Think about, okay, so they decided to, it's okay in the Bible, so let's go give them some slaves, right? So you got the beginning of America, you got people being brought from Africa. I don't know exactly where, but now, there's a lot of these African American people who are saying they're actually part of the lost tribe. What if they are? And instead of you helping, you're enslaving them. And you did. And they actually swallow it, because this is what they're saying, that it was because they disobeyed the Most High and whoop-de-whoop, and that's why, they got cursed, and the Mormons say the same thing about them, but it's like, they're not getting it. They're still stuck on that, and whether or not, they are part of the lost tribes. One thing is for sure, the only thing that white people have brought to the world is destruction, man. And I'm not a Mexican. Neither am I from this country. And that's where it starts to get deeper, because if we believe that really the fallen angels that actually were, with the rebellion, that they're the ones that taught everybody, to one person, to how to create weapons of war, to the women how to beautify themselves, and so on and so forth, then maybe, just maybe, all these religions were started by demons. Because you will know them by their fruits, right? I really haven't seen a real person being healed when they get laid hands on. I haven't. Or delivered from. I had some weird experiences and some beautiful experiences where I have felt, sometimes, a presence. But we are taught that we are not to rely or believe just feelings. So for those who are in a belief system where your feelings are getting, or they're your guide, you better be careful, because feelings are nothing more than feelings. But the truth will stand. And it's like when you're being judged by the judge, right? You have somebody who's saying, well, no, look, this is what he did, and this, and that. And then you have the other one, well, look, officer, look, Your Honor, I object because, first of all, the person wasn't there at the time that, the accuser. So, this court that's going to come is a court where not 1 cent will be able to buy the judge. And he's just. When are we gonna get right? Whatever happened to being just to people? Have you guys lost your minds? What is truly love for you people? Really think about it. You really love your children? You hardly spend time with your kids. Some of you parents are so insecure. You guys are always working. For what? To pay the man? Oh, it says to obey the laws of the land. Of course it says that, and we should obey the laws of the land. But when the landowners are corrupt, lying, deceitful, not protecting their citizens, who do you rather obey? That law or the law of the Most High? You people are going to pay for what you did to this world, for what you did to the people that you have hurt, from all the things that you have stolen, from the lying, deceitful, evil, wicked ways that you have. Oh my goodness, you have no idea, people. Whether you want to believe it or not. I've also been through so much where I've told myself, man, where are you? But you know what? He's been there. And I can tell you of a burning bush. I can tell you how one day I got lost in the desert. This is a true story. I was so lost in the desert that I didn't know how I was going to find my way back to the town. It's called El Real de Catorce in San Luis Potosí, Mexico. And as he is my witness, a star started moving, and I told myself, I'm going to follow this star. And you know what? I got back to the town. I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool, you know? So, but you tell that to people and they think, well, this guy's crazy, right? I don't care what you think about me, psychologists. You can't label me Christian. You know, you don't know me. Who are you? Take that thorn out of your eye. You know, when people are so easy to bring judgment upon somebody else or to open their mouth and teach something that really they don't even believe themselves, it's plain to see. Well, if you can see, but if you cannot, then, but I'm sure you can see. And yet people are still stuck in these churches with their guilt trips, their control, and the love of the Most High is not even in them. Or they say they love Him so much, but He says in His Word that their hearts is far from me, says the Lord. It is because of these that the name of the Most High is being blasphemed. And that has to stop.